Hi Libra, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. I hope you're all doing well. So let's find out what Archangel Michael wants you guys to know today. Okay, starting off with the Major Arcana. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, thank you for enveloping us in your beautiful angelic wings of light, love, protection, and guidance. Please show us what it is that you want Libra to know today. Death and transformation, major change and transformation. I am terribly afraid of falling myself, said the cowardly lion, but I suppose there is nothing to do but try it. So get on my back and we will make the attempt. So embrace change, major change and transformation. Embracing change and transformation. Let's find out what clarification is for this death card. Archangel Michael, if you will, please. I had to move the light. It was glaring on the card. You couldn't even see it. So now it's shadow. I can't win with my lighting. I don't know what to do. Okay. We have Seven of Cups. So that could be confusion, but it's definitely you have a lot of options or opportunities. A lot on offer with the Seven of Cups. But it's a matter of making the right decision, getting out of confusion. Let's put this over here too. So let's get a Lenormand. Seven of Cups and death. Change. Bear. Card number 15, but it's the Ten of Wands. So something is a burden. But Bear card has to do with being, persevering, basically. Let's find out. Card number 15. Card of Courage. Interesting, because this one talked to the lion, about the lion not having courage, being cowardly. But I suppose it says, I am terribly afraid of falling myself, said the cowardly lion. But I suppose there is nothing to do but to try it. So get on my back and we will make the attempt, which is interesting because this image has got the bear with its cub on its back. Splashing in water, hunting for probably salmon or something. Fish in its mouth. Okay, so personal meaning is strength, nobility, and courage. Yeah, well, you're going to be stepping into the energy of finding clarity, no longer being confused, and making a decision. You might have, Archangel Michael just gave me the idea that you might have a couple of different options, and you're afraid of making the wrong choice, Libra. Meanings of love could be generous, strong, noble partner, strong feelings, and stable family relationships. Meanings in the field of finances, a large number of responsibilities may frighten you, but do not be afraid. The time has come for global changes. Again, death. Wow, this card perfectly relates to the first two. So there's definitely a change afoot for you, Libra. You're going to be doing something different, or at least slightly different, but I think it's a major change for you. And you've got a couple of options that are either proposed to you and you're like, which one do I choose? Like, I don't want to choose the one that's got the snake in it kind of thing, the cup that's got the snake in it, even though it might look good initially. Where it could be a promotion at work kind of thing, where you'll be managing a team, just as an example, managing a team, and your salary goes up, but they're going to expect you, since you're on salary, they're going to expect you to be available 24/7, 365. Something like that, right? And you may not know it right away if you choose that one. They'll say, oh, you didn't realize that you were going to be on call? Yeah. Okay, so get the goods on on all what anything is offered to you. Find out all the fine print. But yeah, it's a heavy burden for you to have to make a change, and the worst part is that you're trying to find the courage to do it, to make to say yes, I'm making the change. But you, in this situation with the Death card, we are being guided, basically not really guided, but pushed towards ending something, death, right? So that a change can come in, a major transformation for you. You've been calling on it from your heart. So here it is, Libra. Let's find out from Tarot. Okay, Archangel Michael. What's the story? We have the Fool. Taking a risk, a gamble, right? Taking a leap of faith, knowing that it's going to be okay. Because the divine is throwing in this energy of death, right? Because it's a major arcana. You've been calling on it. The universe is answering. That's the divine. You know, the universe is always trying to keep things in balance. That's why there's the idea of karma. The universe is the one that responds, which is like God, the divine responding. So you've been asking for it, whether you've been asking for it purposely or by default, it's coming. And you're going to need to take a leap of faith because it's coming. Death is on its way. Has it started already? And then we have the Ten of Cups. Ooh, okay. Ten of Cups and the Fool. The Four of Cups. Doing some inner considerations, looking inward. You know, having these feelings of being disappointed, dissatisfied. The Queen of Wands. The King of Wands. Wow. Back to back. The Apprentice of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. There's an offer. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is like really great, new, abundant beginning for you. Ace of Pentacles. The Two of Wands, but standing at a crossroads about it. The Initiative of Wands is the Knight of Wands. And then your near future about this, the Five of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, ascending to spring. That is, that's the chapter, the World card. Ace of Swords. Winter Consequences, which is Justice. The Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Cups. Three of Cups. Wow, self-reflection, Hermit. So, excuse me. Eight of Pentacles, working hard to be independent and closing out a chapter. And speaking, like moving forward in a new beginning of truth and seeing clearly. And you know, it's justice, and it's the Wheel of Fortune after that, with the Ace of Cups and Three of Cups and so forth and so on. Justice, Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Cups. You got three aces here. Okay. All right, Libra. So you've got some changes afoot with options here. Very interesting. And the options, from what I see, got the Ace of Cups at the very end. You got the two, is there the Two of Cups? Did I see the Two of Cups? Two of Cups here. Hanging on to something that you love. With the Four of Pentacles, beside it. Eight of Pentacles. Trying to make something work. Libra, trying to make something work that wasn't working. Persevering and finding the courage to make something work between the two of you here. Haha. So you took a leap of faith. You entered into a relationship that, you know, it's a happily ever after 10 of Cups situation. That to you recently or lately, Libra, has been disappointing you. They may be with your Master of Wands, the King of Wands, or the Queen of Wands. Maybe you don't feel important enough, that they're more focused on what they want, what is you know, more self-focused than on the relationship, making the relationship being a nice, cohesive, happy relationship. Because the Queen and King of Wands, they can be like operating on their, you know, operating individually, right? Because they're both dang good looking, you know, really, really great people, a lot of fun, action takers, people follow them. They are go get them kind of people, you know, always fighting for the underdog. So they're very well liked. Both of them are. And they may want to be, they generally are the one that's stealing the spotlight from others. So, but you got both. You got the king and the queen here. Maybe you have been experiencing competition, or it just feels like it, that they are trying to steal your spotlight, because that's the nature of the King of Wands, and vice versa, the nature of the Queen of Wands, if depending on who you are. Of course, these are not gender, they're just their energy. So whatever energy you happen to be sitting in with the Queen of Wands or the King of Wands. But there's the dynamic between the two of you right now might be a little competitive, and it's not so happily ever after. That doesn't have that nice balance of 10 of Cups. And then this Page of Pentacles could be that somebody is, whether it's the Queen or the King here, is looking at an offer, like making an offer, like taking on a new friend, so to speak. You know, maybe stepping out of the marriage or the family, or this, at least the relationship, stepping out of it. And you may have been thinking of doing that. And the divine is saying, you know, you have, it's your prerogative if you want to. But like I said, you may end up picking a cup that's got a snake in it, where it looks really good initially, and then it bites afterwards, after it's too late between the two of you here. So you may be feeling too scared to, if you have had an offer from somebody, you know, to leave your partner, to move on. The Ace of Pentacles offering you, she's offering this deer, what looks like a really nice, shiny, sparkly pentacle, great big one. That could be the person that you may be looking at, or whoever the other one of you is looking at, and trying to consider if they should do it. And see, you're standing at the window looking out, trying to get some kind of navigation, you know, what to do, which way to go. Should I engage in an extramarital or extra partnership, whatever, if you're not married? But should I engage in, you know, with the Initiative of Wands, the King, Knight of Wands, right? That's the wand that has the affair. It's the wand that that the knight is impulsive and likes to act before thinking. So there might be somebody who is coming towards you, has come towards you and been flashing their, you know, their availability. Whether they are truly available or not, they are available to you or to your person. Somebody's been flashing that, tempting, right? Tempting it. And you, I believe it's you, Libra, you are standing at the crossroads where you're saying, you know, things aren't so great with my person, whoever you are in the mix here. Things aren't so great. Feeling disappointed. It may be that you at some point may be feeling as though your wishes are not being realized or taken seriously by your partner, and then they might be feeling a little left out in the cold kind of thing with them. And it could be that you just the way you're thinking about it is causing that. But if you were to talk to them about it, they might give you a different idea completely. They might be saying, oh, might say something like, geez, I didn't realize I was making you feel this way. You know, that kind of thing. So it might just need a little bit of a chat with your person. All right. So anyways, what is going on here is the Five of Cups. You're sitting in this energy of the Five of Cups, Four of Cups, Five of Cups, right? Disappointed. You don't want to sit in the energy of regret and remorse if you decide to go for it. This bottom row and this pentacle here, Page of Pentacles, is all about the idea of messing around with somebody else. And because you don't want to feel, you're wondering if it'll make you regret your decision to do this, Libra. And so you're like considering with the Three of Wands, you're trying to prepare yourself to show up for your relationship, show up for your commitment. Trying to prepare yourself for that, because this is your near future, right? You're going to think that if you go for it, and maybe you did, and then you had the regret, but you have the opportunity to try and go back and make this work with your partner. Either way, either you're thinking about it, but you haven't done it, or you're thinking about it and you have done it. Okay. Either way, you're considering going back to your relationship, your so-called Ten of Cups here, because you love your partner. You love them. With the Two of Cups, you love them, and you're seriously considering you're going to work on this with them. Maybe you have had that chat where you said, lately things are not been blah 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 blah, and I'm just not sure if this relationship is really what I want, and I've been thinking about maybe, you know, us separating. And they might have said, whoa, wait, you know, whatever that, and they might, you know, say, I didn't realize I was making you feel this way, and, you know, I don't want you to leave, and I love you, and what you know, what is there that I can do? What can we do to make this work? Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. So the idea is to work on yourself, you see. That's why I brought up the idea that possibly it's the way you're thinking about it that's causing you to feel this disappointment. That if you were to actually have a chat with your person, whoever this is, that they would say, I didn't realize I was making you feel this way. So then the truth can come out, right? With the 21, the chapter's ending, because the idea is that the new chapter is all about seeking the truth, like speaking your truth with the Ace of Swords. new beginning of speaking your truth. You need to work on each other independently while working on the relationship together. Now, she looks like she's by herself doing this, but we're just going to look at it that you could work hard on yourself independently, which simultaneously is really working on the relationship, if you can grasp that, right? So Ascending to Spring is the chapter, the World card, where you're putting the idea of this here, messing around, behind you. And this is like, that's the idea, is that the death of having options, putting an end to that, being courageous to stand up for what it is that you really want, the love that you have for between the two of you here. And the two of you are going to start being more vocal about, if you're starting to feel as though you're being ignored or devalued or whatever your situation in your relationship. Okay, you're going to get back on track. And then it's like justice prevails, a balance comes back in between the two of you because of this, because you're going to be working hard on working on yourselves, which is what the divine would always tell you to do, is that if you really truly want to be happy, you have to get yourself happy. You have to figure out a way to love yourself. This is self-love card, Ace of Cups, but it's also big love with someone else or your life in general. So yeah, you are going to be getting some balance. Justice is going to prevail because you're making the decision that's true to your heart. You love this person. And it's going to be a wheel of fortune, destiny. It's like the balance comes back in, right? Justice, remember I said about the universe always trying to make everything balanced. That's why there's karma. You will be starting, because this is why I feel as though you actually hadn't done it yet, is because you're on the right roundabout of the wheel, with the Wheel of Fortune. You're not going to be, if you're going this way on the wheel, it's like you're paying off karmic debt. So if you had done this while you were still with this person and it was a secret and all this sort of stuff, then you create karma, right? You have created some karmic debt for yourself that had to be paid off. And then things may not work out very well for the two of you if you did try to come back together. But the Ace of Cups is that the divine is saying, we're giving you not only justice and the destiny rotation of the Wheel of Fortune, which is very fortunate consequences, right? Not even consequences, it's just fortunate experiences, financially, love-wise, health-wise, work and fun and education and family and everything wise. The Ace of Cups, a brand new beginning. So you would have had a beginning, an offer here with a shiny pentacle that says, you come with me. If you come with me, we'll have everything together. But that might have been the cup that's got the snake in it, you know? We don't know for sure. But you were considering it, or your partner was, but I think it was you, Libra. So yeah, this reading's all about you having those thoughts, about not feeling very fulfilled in your relationship with your King or Queen of Wands here. And you want it to be a Ten of Cups feeling for you, right? And then so you're considering, because there's somebody obviously on your radar. They know you, you know them, and they seem to be a little bit attractive, that they seem like they're available, whether they are completely available or not, but they were available to you. At least that's the way you saw it. And you maybe fantasized about, because this is like fantasizing too, right? Fantasizing about what it would be like to have a dalliance with someone else. Will that really fill your cup? And then you've come to the conclusion that you're just going to end up regretting it, likely end up regretting it, and then preparing yourself to re-ground yourself, refocus yourself back on your relationship, because, you know, this is who you've been hanging on to. This is who you want to hang on to. This is the relationship that you want to hang on to because you love them. All right. So I hope that was helpful to you, Libra, and best of luck, and come back again for another Libra reading. Take care, and thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.